Hey everyone, I'm Ghost Turbo, and welcome back for another episode of Tektopia. In our last episode, we got our wings and we got ourselves a shiny new beacon. In this episode, we are going to complete our circle. We are going to be building a church right here for our cleric. Now, that's not a functional building, but I think it's going to look nice and really fit in with the theme of this place. We still have a couple more buildings we need to construct. We still need to build a barn for our livestock, and of course, we need to build a windmill for all of our crops. Those two are both also non-functional buildings, but I think it'll aesthetically look great. We still have one more big project to do before we get to those two buildings, though. We need to build a wall all the way around our entire base. So we've constructed fencing, but that's just not going to do it in terms of aesthetics. So we want to build it so that the necromancer cannot get in. He has to go through the gates. So those are our plans. I need to collect some resources, and let's get to it. In this time-lapse chat, I'm going to discuss the buildings and structures I have planned for the remainder of this season and for this base. So I already listed the barn, the windmill, and the wall. And other than that, I keep forgetting to mention the lumberyard. Definitely going to be building that for our lumberjacks. That should be a really fun build. I really look forward to that one. That's probably the most interesting one, I think, that I'm going to be building next. I still have to build a house for myself, so that's definitely on the list of builds. I need a massive storage system so that I can, find the items that I'm looking for, because I have just dozens of chests scattered about this world. And so I have to run from place to place and to find stuff. I know I could probably store most of it in the storage system, but I really wanted to keep that clean and just give it for the villagers to see what kind of resources they come up with throughout this series. The next thing I'm going to be building, besides the lumberyard, is a train station. So what I really want to do is build a bunch of structures that kind of fit in with the theme of this base, and the train station would be a really good addition. One of my friends who's on this server built tracks to every single base. So it's just next to the hill, just over behind me right in this video, and I've used it quite a bit actually to travel. But now that I have an elytra, I really don't have to take it, but it would be a really nice feature. I think it fits in with the theme, so I really look forward to building that one too. I also want to build a dock and a tackle shop, and over next to the lake that's to my right now. We're actually kind of panning over to it right now, and I think with the lake we're kind of do more of like a park kind of thing, maybe some walkways around the outside of the lake. We're definitely taking down that sugarcane farm that's there, if you can call that a farm really. But yeah, that'll be a fun one too. There's a couple other things that I think would be really interesting in this mod. One of which I think is actually a necessity, and that's a nurse. So I definitely want to build a hospital, potentially for nurses in the future if TangoTek ever decides to update this thing. I hope he does add a nurse, because there are probably right now legitimately 50 hearts left by the villagers. So every time I go by a building, all I hear is chimes, and it's actually super annoying. So a nurse would be super ideal for this place. The next thing I want to build is a graveyard. So I've been keeping track of all the names of all the villagers that have come and gone in this village, and I will be making a graveyard for all of them. And honoring them the best way I can. I think, or one of the things that I thought that would be really interesting would be if the villagers dropped a gravestone when they died, and that way you could place it in a graveyard. I think that'd be a really good addition. Um, I haven't quite decided where I'm going to build that yet. I'm sure it'll just come to me and fit somewhere just perfectly. I know where I'm building my house structure. That's going to be directly behind the church right here. So I'm going to build it up on that hill. I think that's going to have the best view of the city from there, um, especially once they get done terraforming the mountains behind the city. I think that's really going to make this whole place come together. I also thought it would be really interesting if he added the ability to have lodging. So, uh, definitely an expensive structure marker, and definitely designed for the late game, I think would be best. Because if that structure marker is too cheap, then it's just way OP in the early game. But there's nomads that come and go, and I think they add a lot of great atmosphere to the place. So I thought that it would be awesome if you could add lodging. So the nomads would um, come in during the morning, stay, and then leave during the night, and then you'd have a nice consistent flow of nomads. I think that that would add a lot to this game, actually, just because it would seem like it's very much more busy. I thought it'd also be cool if they added some functionality to like the church here. Um, I know that a lot of people would try to avoid any religious implications in their mod, especially one that I think that's grown as much as this. But I think that it can be done in a way that would be pretty cool. Um, but I'm gonna leave that up to TangoTek to come up with. I'm also interested to hear what kind of villagers or buildings that you think would be really interesting in this mod. And I definitely read the comments. So if you do want to give a suggestion on a building that I haven't thought of yet, then by all means, please leave a comment because I have a lot of space to fill, and besides housing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill it all up with random buildings. So yeah, I really look forward to hearing from you. I think the biggest project though I have left is going to be the mine shaft. I'm going to dig out a massive cavern down there. I think it's going to be super cool. It's going to be nether themed, and I'm going to have to dig out a whole ton of blocks to make that happen. But I actually look forward to that project. I think it's going to turn out super cool. Anyways, I hope you're really enjoying this time lapse. I had a bunch of fun making it, even though I made quite a few mistakes and had to rebuild the structure many times over, as you can see. But yeah, I think it turned out really good. I hope you like it. If you have any suggestions for decorations, then please leave those down in the comments. Anyways, as this time lapse finishes up, I just want to thank everyone for all their support and comments and feedback in my videos. I really do appreciate it. And I'm actually curious how many of you are here for the Tektopia series and how many of you are pretty much just waiting for me to release another Super Smelter video. If you are just waiting for the Smelter videos, just hold tight. I do have a couple more in mind that I'll be finishing up soon, so yeah, stay tuned. I also wanted to mention that talking for this long is quite difficult. I wasn't sure I was even going to make it. I'm still not sure. I still have about 30 seconds left until this time lapse is over. So right now I'm just trying to fill space. And yeah, look at me go. Actually, I think I look like a bee floating around this building with my elytra on, going in and out. That's kind of interesting. So maybe a like and subscribe just for that alone. But yeah, we're all done here. So let's carry on with this video. Alright, so we got the main structure all done now. Now we just need to do a little bit of decorating. I have a couple ideas in mind. First thing we want to do is maybe give this a little covering. So let's see. Gotta grab a few blocks real quick. And I want some of these and some of those. So let's just grab them. Let's give this thing just a little bit of cover. And like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. This build has been a little bit more harrowing than it really should have been. I made quite a bit of mistakes, as you probably saw in the time lapse. Often play at night, so sometimes I'm pretty tired when I'm trying to build something, and things don't always go the way you want them to. Kind of want to put like some plants along the side here. So just like I'm doing up in the very front, go around. I think I'm going to keep this side pretty flat. I was thinking about putting maybe some glass here, but I already did that on that building too, so I don't want to look too repetitive. So we'll think about that for a bit. And let's just put these down and let them get some grass going on top of them. I'm just going to put like some flowers up there, so I'm going to put something up here too. Yeah, go on in, check it out. Let's give this thing a door. Boop, there we go. And I'm thinking about maybe like some colored glass or something. I could go with just clear, but I think like keeping up with a red theme would look really good. I put some red glass and some glowstone up at the top, way up there, and it didn't really give me the effect that I was looking for. So we might have to come up with something new there, but for the time being, I think it looks okay. So we're going to leave it. Let's see. What did I need to grab? I need to grab some... Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to build some more iron trap doors. So let's go do that really quick. I love having this little workstation over here. This is where I build like everything. Let's see. Whoops, wait. Oh, I already put the redstone torches under that one. Alright. Whoa. Hello. Nice little hole. Man. Wow, that takes me way back. I can't believe I know exactly where this is from a long time ago when this wasn't a big massive build. It's funny to find little things like that when you're building. Let me out. Alright, so we want to put in some redstone torches. Whoops. Fortunately, there's only power one at a time, but that's going to be alright. Whoops. Just fill this in really quick. I've actually found that my elytra wings have come in handy. I'm not burning through rockets as quickly as I thought I would. This is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of them, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got those all completed, so now let's just hop on inside and start decorating the interior. So we're going to go with a pretty classic design. We're going to just start laying a bunch of these down. Actually, I think I'll start up front and build like the podium area first. Let's see, how does that look? I think I need to bring it out more. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then we'll give him a little podium to stand on. We really wish I had a lectern right about now. Huh. I am not a big fan of that either. Alright, well let's put down the rows of benches. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we just need to let's give this another stab. So if we're up here. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, at this point, what looks better, a square or a seat? Huh. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm not excited about it, but I don't have a lectern, so this is what we got. Alright, so we've completed the lighting in here. I think it looks pretty good. It's not ideal for what I want, but it works, you know. Kind of looks like aisle lighting. I'm sure they had that in the Middle Ages, right? Anyways, I think we still need to do some more decorating in here. It's just a little too plain, so definitely that back wall needs something. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do back here. And we still need to put in the glass, so let's do that now and then see how it looks. Alright, so those red windows are looking just a little bit too much, so I was thinking we'll try mixing up some black panes in here, see how they look. I really like the cloudy look these have with shaders on. Just see how that looks really quick. I don't know about that. I think it's better than the red, but it's kind of a little weird. Let's try this side too. Alright. We'll get the full view back here. Maybe we'll add some more colors in here. So let's try that. Let's go make some more panes. And I'll be back. Alright, so I think that's going to work. It looks a little bit better as multicolored. So we're going to do the same thing back here with a giant window. But first we need to just get it a little bit more decorated. I want to put like a table back here. I think that'll be alright. Let's put a couple torches on the top, kind of like candles. Let's see how that looks. I think that's going to work. Alright, let's punch out a hole here. Build ourselves a nice stained glass window. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I think the last thing we want to do in here is to put in maybe 2 chandeliers. Well, we're going to give that a try and see how it looks. Alright, so I added a few more details, put some bushes in the corners, change this out to white, kind of make it look like it's a tablecloth, and yeah, put up those. So I think this place looks pretty good. I think we're going to call it a completed job, and we have one more thing to do to complete the circle. Alright, so the last thing I need to build is going to be a merchant stall. And I was considering building it over here, but then I realized I just don't have the emeralds to support the marker. So I need 8 emerald blocks, and I have like 5 emeralds total. So I haven't been selling anything, and I might start doing that, but what I really need to do is get the necromancer going so that it's just a emerald farm. But in order to do that, I need to obviously build a big giant wall around the entire thing, and that's going to take a whole lot of resources I don't have. So for now, I think we're going to call this an episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, and of course, to see more, subscribe. Have a good day.